Welcome everyone. This is yoga for the shoulders. Thank you for joining me today. I have a blanket on top of my mat to start in a supine position. So we are going to come onto our backs and take a moment releasing the whole structure onto earth. Just to check in and first notice, just a scan from top to bottom, sensations, and also the opportunity to drop our bones and release a little bit of the steam that we hold in our bodies. Okay, so give yourself a few strokes of breath that goes alongside your spine, soften the skin, and notice if there's any sensitivities or aches arising as you slow down. Good. Another breath here. And even though I'm not going to say to modify your breath in any way, just try to keep your awareness close to the breathing pattern that you are having today. And if there's any shifts or changes in it, okay? To start, slowly we're going to bend the knees and place the feet on the mat or on the blanket. And I'm going to let my arms stay alongside my torso. And very slowly, I'm going to start bringing chin over to one side. And then back to center, over to the other side, and back. So we are going to do several repetitions like this. And if you want, you can make it more fluid, going side to side, but the idea is not to go too fast. So actually slowing down even more than what you are doing now. So what you think that you're doing slow, make it a little slower than that, so you can receive information in the neck muscles and the joints and really receive there the sensations that arise. Okay, a couple more. We go side to side. Even though we are starting with the neck, this is of course connected to our shoulders. So we are going to add more movement slowly. Then from here, I'm going to repeat the same movement, but add shoulders as well, by sending chin to one side and the opposite shoulder moving down, like it's sliding down towards the foot and then returning to center. Then I'm going to change it up, chin over to the other side, my opposite shoulder sliding down. When I come back, I'm coming back to neutral, okay? And again, slowly, shoulder down, chin opposite side, coming back, and change to the second side. And now again, an opportunity to notice if there's any changes in sensations as you add the movement of the shoulders, okay? Chin, opposite shoulder, away from one another, and back. And again, last cycle, back to center, and over to the second side, and back. Now I'm going to start a similar movement, but we are going to reverse the movement of the shoulders. So while I send my chin, let's say over to the right, my left shoulder will lift up towards my ear, and then I'm coming back to center. All of these movements that I'm doing, they are sliding and gliding movements. So I'm not lifting my head or my shoulders off the blanket, okay? And again, chin over to one side, lifting, sliding the shoulder up, back to center, opposite side, and back. Let's go again, a couple more times. Good. Once you come back to center, relax the arms, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Good, and then sending the arms to the sides like a T letter. You can always choose to extend the legs if you feel comfortable doing that. I usually invite people to bend the knees and put the feet down because it releases the lower back muscles. So if you have lower back pain, this may be better feeling for you than extending the legs, okay? But either or, both work. Now very slowly, we're going to start extending the arms away from the center of your body. And from there, very slowly, we are going to start bringing the arms towards one another. As you can see, I'm doing it very slow, so it's not a fast motion, until my palms almost touch. And then slowly again, I'm going to reopen and send the arms out and down. This movement may look like, of course, it's super simple, but what we are doing as we go slow is to oil the shoulder joints, okay? And also create more movement in the upper back. So again, I'm going up slowly, very slow pace, and then opening up over to the floor again. Remember, try to go slower than what you're going even. In our world, our days, we are usually very prone to move fast or run or jump from one thing to another. So this is a little bit of an antidote to that speed, giving ourselves the chance to connect more to our own bodies and the breath. Last one, I'm opening. Slow, notice the movement in your shoulder blades, the shoulder joints, the opening in the armpit area. Good, and now slowly I'm actually going to return to do a different movement at the top. So I'm coming back, very slow, extending the arms all the way. And this time I'm going to let my palms touch. And from here, I'm going to imagine someone pulling from my wrists, lifting my arms up towards the skies. And again, I feel that opening in the upper back, the scapulae widening away from the spine. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. We release the shoulders down. Now I'm going to do a motion where I'm sliding my palms one further up than the other and back to neutral. And then I'm switching opposite arm and back. This is all movements to help the shoulders have more space, ignite more blood flow in the joint, and also, of course, all the tissues and muscles attached to the shoulder joints, okay? And again, I'm going up and back to center or the neutral, and one more time each side, sliding up and down. All of these movements are tools that I'm sharing that you can use whenever you feel tension in the upper back or neck and shoulders as well. From here, I'm going to hold opposite elbows. We are going to keep the forearms on top of the chest, and we are going to slide the forearms over to the left while we bring the chin to the right. Then back to center, over to the opposite side, and back. Let's do a few more. Shoulder blades are again being moved by this sliding, gliding action. Elbows moving both one way, chin opposite way, and back to center. Let's add one more. Good, and from here, we are going to send those hands the way they are, holding the elbows over the head, stretching those elbows away from your torso. If you want to add a little bit more of the stretching for the whole body, push through your heels, try to ground your abdominals into your spine, and feel that action of lengthening the side body as well as activating the legs and feeling the opening in the chest. One big breath here. Good, and then we release the arms, bending the knees. We'll roll over to the side and we come up. So I have a foam roller, which is very beneficial also to open the shoulders. I'm going to show you how to use it, but I'm also going to modify it because I'm guessing that not everyone has a foam roller at home. So you can always take a blanket and do a compacted roll. And after you have that compact roll, you see like they look more or less the same. So you can do the motions that I'm going to do over that compact roll in a blanket, okay? I'm just going to put that foam roller behind my chest, and I'm going to either the blanket or the foam roller. I'm just going to bend the knees, have my hips relaxed onto the sticky mat, and then the very center of my shoulder blades is lying down on that on that roller or blanket. I'm going to lace my fingers, let my hands support my head, and just open the elbows wide. You're putting that roll right at the base of the shoulder blades. When you have a foam roller, it gives you the chance to slide like I'm doing a little bit up and down, and because it moves more, right? But if you don't have that and you just have the blanket, you stay there opening the elbows, holding the head, maybe the head touches down. This foam roller is big, so my head doesn't go all the way, but you can play with creating side movements. This is very helpful for the upper back and also the shoulder joints to regain more mobility. So you can see I'm going side to side. You can also come a little bit up and then back again. This is very helpful to open the chest and also reverse the rounding that we tend to have in the upper back with the devices that we use, the computers and everything else, okay? So if you just have the blanket, you can stay there like I showed right now. And you can also create a little bit of movement, just lifting one elbow up, then back, then the other. So a little bit of free movement. In this one, because I have the roller, I'm showing you, you can also lift the pelvis and roll up and down a little bit and side to side. Good. Staying there without any movement, it's also beneficial for this reversing of the arch, or the rounding in the upper back. And then slowly we release, pressing to the side so we can come up. Beautiful. So that's another tool that you can use to open up. Now I'm going to sit, and I usually like to sit with some support. So I'm going to add an extra blanket under my sitting bones, and I'm going to have my belt close by, okay? You can cross your shins or sit in a way that feels comfortable. And from here, first, we're going to do a few shoulder rolls. Again, I'm going slow, creating circles. And then after the third or fourth cycle, I'm going to reverse, bringing the shoulders the opposite way and noticing any sensations, sensitivities arising as you do the movement, okay? Good, then release that, wiggle a little, lift through the spine. And as we inhale, we'll send the chin up. With the exhale, we bring the chin down towards the chest. And again, inhaling, exhale. Good. From here, we come back towards the neutral. We're going to inhale, arms up overhead. With the exhale, we come to the cactus shape for the arms, making the shoulder blades come towards one another, slide the scapulae down. And from here, we're going to inhale, open a little bit more through the chest, arching the lower back. And with the exhale, arms come forward, chin in, belly in. 2 more like that. Inhaling, arching the spine, lifting the chin. Exhaling, rounding, shoulder blades expand. 1 more, inhaling. And exhale. Good, now from here, I'm going to send the arms up, extending, fingertips pointing up towards the skies, lace the fingers, press the palms up, lengthen the sides. Feel those scapulae now moving up towards the ears. And then exhale and release. Good. I'm going to take my belt, and you can have it folded in two, so you can grab it this way. And I'm going to also change the position in my leg. So I'm going to have my right leg in. It looks a little like when we do a tree pose, and the left leg will be extended, okay? So one extended, one bent, and with my belt, I'm going to hold it a little wider than my shoulders, and then I'm going up with that belt, okay? We are going to inhale here, and keeping that left leg extended. With the exhale, I'm going to pull towards that extended leg, chest up and back to center. And again, inhaling, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Coming back to center and release. We are going to switch. I'm doing now 3 on the other side, taking my left leg in, bending the knee, right leg extended, arms go up, pulling, making that bell taut. I'm inhaling at the center, exhale, pulling over to the right. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhale. Back to the center neutral, we release here, and we let go of the belt for a moment. Bring your right leg in, cross the legs, and from here we are going to the different one that also involves the shoulders. Inhaling, arms up. With the exhale, I'm going to bring my hands in front, and I'm going to walk myself until I can hook the elbows in front of the legs. If this is not happening or it's not easy to do, you can always add pillows or a block like I'm showing and put your forearms on top, okay? So that will be also a way to do it. From here, I'm pressing my elbows into the legs or the blocks or the support you have, and I'm going to lengthen the front of my spine. The sternum moves forward, the shoulders go back, and the shoulder blades go down my back, okay? Take a deep inhalation here. And exhale. 1 more, inhaling, lengthening the front spine, shoulders down. Exhale. Good, then I'm slowly going to press up, and I'm going to now lift off to come up towards standing. And from the standing position, we are going to take again that same belt. And again, I'm going to grab it a little wider than my shoulders, okay? From the standing position, you can have the feet hip distance apart or a little wider if you need. We are going to inhale, send the arms up. Try to push them a little further back as you pull from both ends of the belt, and then return. 2 more, inhaling. Exhale. 1 more. Good. Now we are going to add a little bit more movement here. I'm going to widen the hold So now I'm making it much wider. You can see, right? Much bigger than my shoulders. And from there, I'm going to play with going up on the inhale and without bending the elbows, trying to bring the arms behind on the exhale. So we are doing a lot of rotation there for the shoulder joints, okay? Lengthening the sides of the body, always pulling. For me, this is a little wide, but you go as wide as you need, okay? And we try to keep the elbows, like I said, without bending, and also use your core by hugging the abdominals in, lengthening the side body, go slowly to pick up the sensations and don't force any movement that may be feeling painful, okay? So you always go in the direction that your body needs. One more. Keeping the head above the spine. Good. And once we're here again, we are going to stay in the standing position. This time I'm bringing my feet closer to one another, activating my glutes, firing them so they support my lower back, dragging the belly button up towards the nose. I'm going to inhale, send my arms up, exhale, tilting over to one side. Inhaling, I'm going up again, exhaling over to the second side. One more time, inhaling, exhale. Back to the top and we release. Good. Okay, I have a lot more that I want to do, but in this one, what I'm going to do is to just make a loop with the belt, and it's going to be shoulder distance apart, okay? So just a loop that it's not super big. This time, what I'm going to do with that loop is that I'm going to hold it from behind. I'm going to put both my arms inside and let my the belt stop where it's right under my elbows, okay? So you can see I cannot go any further than that. What I'm going to do once I have it, standing tall again in the mountain pose position, rolling the shoulders back, I'm going to extend the arms behind me, trying to break into that belt, right? Toning my legs to support my whole spine. And from there, I'm just sliding the shoulder blades down, okay? Moving those arms down and breaking into the belt. Now we can play a little bit here to mobilize again shoulders by bending the elbows a little bit if you can, and roll one shoulder back and down, and then the other shoulder back and down. So you can do a couple of those without sending the head forward, no text neck, and then re-extending through the arms, okay? Take a deep inhalation and exhale. Then slowly release that. And I'm going to give you another tool that is super helpful for shoulders. And this one requires the use of a wall, okay? So you can do it on a dresser or a mantle if you have, or any piece of wall that you have close by. I'm going to face the wall first, and I'm going to bring my right arm, just to show you this one on this side first, in a cactus shape, and my elbow is going to be a little higher than my shoulder, and I'm going to press into the wall. I have a little space in between my feet and the wall, and once I'm there, what I'm going to do slowly is to start walking myself away from the wall, and of course I'm going to go as far as my shoulder can manage and create a lot of opening in the front, right? So I'm going slowly, kind of like millimetrically away from the wall, and wherever I find the place that it's like, okay, this is enough for me, that's where I stay, sending that shoulder blade into my body, feeling the opening in the armpit, chest area, thoracics. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Then I'm slowly returning towards the wall and releasing, okay? Second side, second arm, I'm doing my left now with the elbow a little higher. I'm gonna go here so you can see it. And I'm pretty close to the wall, just maybe 1 foot out. And from there, once I'm ready, I'm going to start walking myself away from the wall and feeling how that affects that front portion of the shoulder joint. And I'm going to go as far as it feels like it's possible for me today, and then breathe there for a couple of times. Relax the opposite shoulder, keep the head above the spine. Good, then slowly return and release, shaking a little. Good, one more that I'm going to show you at the wall. Again, I'm going to stand in front. I'm going to put both my forearms this time in front of me and moving my feet a little further out. I'm going to bring the chest towards the wall, send the shoulder blades down. You see there's an arch happening there. It's like if I'm trying to bring my sternum to touch the wall and send the shoulder blades down, okay? Deep inhale. Exhale. Maybe sending the arms a little higher, taking the chest a little closer. Notice how that feels. Good, and then push away, release, and shake it a little bit here. Beautiful. Then I'm going to keep my feet hip distance apart, inhaling, sending the arms up overhead. With the exhale, bending the knees, I'm going to fold over the legs. Relax the neck and the head, pedal the feet a few times. It's really pedaling the knees, not the feet, but just moving so we feel a little bit more movement in the hips, the lower back, and the legs. Just adding a little bit more here, even though it's not specifically the shoulders. Relax the neck, the head, and then slowly as you press through the feet, come up one vertebra at the time using the power of the legs, feeling very slowly that stacking action of the vertebrae one over the other, the head being the last one to come up to standing. Beautiful. Shake it a little bit again. And from here, we inhale, arms up overhead. We exhale through the center and down. And again, inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling and down. One more time, inhaling. Exhale. Beautiful. If you have the time before we end to put our shoulders to work and give a little bit more activity to our bodies, come into your mat, grab your mat with your 4 fingers, the thumbs are on top of the mat pushing down. And from there, I'm pressing with the base of my thumbs to lift up into what we regularly call downward facing dog. I'm pushing the mat away, I'm holding through the sides, sending my outer shoulders back, relaxing the neck and the head, sliding those shoulder blades down my back, and then drawing the pelvic floor up. Push, 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 so your hips become very tall. Send the chest towards your legs. Breathing here. And then slowly bring the knees down. Sit back, take a child's pose. Good, last thing we do here, inhaling, extend the arms in front of you. And exhale. Then send the arms out to the sides like a T letter, deep inhalation here. And exhale. And then we take the arms all the way back. If it's possible, you can lace the fingers, roll the shoulders, send the arms behind, deep inhale. And exhale. Good, lifting the arms a little bit more, sending those shoulder blades down your back. Roll both shoulders one way, then back, and over the other way, and back. Releasing that, we press up towards a seat, just for a moment. Rest your palms on top of your thighs. Roll the shoulders back, lift through the spine. Take a deep inhalation. Good, bringing the palms together into the heart. We take a moment to notice sensations in the body and the shifts happening in the breath. And in gratitude to all of you for joining me today for this shoulder day, we bow in. Namaste.